Hello guys, students often ask me this question, how to read questions in IELTS listening. Let me tell you, if you read and understand the questions in IELTS listening, 70 to 80% chances are you will never miss the answer. Because all the tricks are there in the question. For example, if it's IELTS reading part 1, it's one word and or a number. In one word and or a number, they give you a blank. Whatever is written before the blank, most of the time they use the synonym. Actually, what do they do? How do they play with you? Number 1, they may reword it. Number 2, they may use the synonym. Number 3, they can actually paraphrase it or interpret that. So if you understand their interpretation, if you understand their paraphrasing, you will never miss any answer. That is for part 1. I'm in Sri Lanka, by the way. Okay, don't be curious. Now, as far as part 2 is concerned, in part 2, you've got multiple choice questions. For multiple choice questions, when they give you time to check your answer of part 1, you need to spend that half minute on part 2, and then you have half minute to read part 2 questions. So this is how you can have 1 minute to read all the questions. Again, if it is multiple choice, you need to skim read the questions quickly. Skim reading means to read quickly to get to the gist of it. My listening videos describe this in detail. Then we've got multiple choice questions. In part 2, we often have matching. In matching, do not read the questions, only read the options. Read each option and see how to interpret that. For example, if in matching they have used the word education, in the audio they may use the word school, college, learning institution and all that. Okay, and then in part 3 is for listening, multiple choice questions. 6 questions are there, and I call it the elephant of IELTS. Okay, so in part 3, when you do part 3, you need to skim read all the questions, and then there will be matching type of questions. Again, you have to interpret the options which are given, and when the audio is played, listen carefully. Sometimes they re-describe the same option by slightly adding a word not or nor, or we thought, we had expected, and then that option is not the right answer. So I call it a trap. Beware of traps in IELTS listening. And in part 4, once again, it's one word only, one word and or a number, and the tips for part 4, they are the same as I gave you the tips in part 3. Okay, it has started to rain here. I am here in Sri Lanka, and you can see beautiful palm trees right behind me. And then there is this beautiful Indian Ocean, and I'm really enjoying a lot. But wherever I go, IELTS is always with me. Thank you so much. I also teach IELTS online all over the world and in campus in Lahore, and I offer IELTS webinar 3 to 4 days before IELTS exam. If you're interested in any of these services, my WhatsApp number is given. You can contact me for that. Asad Yaqub truly wishes you best of luck. Take care. Allah Hafiz.